What's up, WWE Sphere family? Before we dive in, if Jacob Fatu hunting down Brock Lesnar sounds insane to you, smash that like button right now. Because what we're about to break down is potentially the most explosive collision in WWE's recent history. The Samoan Werewolf versus the Beast Incarnate. Two of the most dominant, destructive forces in professional wrestling are on a collision course, and today we're analyzing every single detail of Jacob Fatu's shocking return and his laser focus on one target, Brock Lesnar. Jacob Fatu's return didn't happen with fanfare. It didn't happen with pyrotechnics or a grand announcement. No, it happened with violence. And that's exactly what makes it so compelling. Picture this, the WWE Universe hadn't seen Fatu in weeks. Speculation was running wild. Was he injured? Was he being held back? Was there backstage drama? Social media was buzzing with theories, and then, silence. Complete radio silence from the Samoan Werewolf. But here's what we know about Jacob Fatu: he's not a man who needs microphones. He's not a man who needs elaborate entrances. He's a man who lets his actions speak louder than any words ever could. When Fatu returned, it was calculated. It was strategic. And most importantly, it was brutal. The moment he stepped back into a WWE ring, his eyes locked on one person. Not just any person, Brock Lesnar. The Beast Incarnate. The Conqueror. The same man who has demolished legends, broken streaks, and dominated WWE for over 2 decades. Think about the psychology here, WWE Sphere family. Fatu didn't choose an easy target. He didn't pick someone mid-card to make a statement. He went straight for the apex predator of WWE. That tells you everything you need to know about his mindset, his confidence, and his hunger. The atmosphere was electric. You could feel the tension through the screen. Two massive human beings, both known for their aggressive, hard-hitting styles. Both members of legendary wrestling families. Both with something to prove. The moment he had the opportunity, he struck. And this wasn't some sneak attack from behind. No. Fatu looked Lesnar dead in the eyes and charged. We're talking about a nearly 300-pound athlete moving with the speed and intensity of someone half his size. Fatu's offense is unlike anything we typically see in WWE. His style blends traditional Samoan wrestling brutality with modern athletic innovation. We're talking hip attacks that could knock a car off its axis. We're talking moonsaults from a man who has no business being that agile at his size. We're talking strikes that echo through the arena. And Brock Lesnar, for perhaps the first time in years, he looked surprised. Not scared. Brock doesn't do scared, but genuinely surprised by the ferocity coming his way. The exchange between them was like watching two freight trains collide. Suplex attempts, counters, power moves that would hospitalize normal human beings. Each man trying to assert dominance, trying to prove they're the real monster of WWE. But here's what stood out, WWE Sphere family, Jacob Fatu didn't just match Brock's intensity. In moments, he exceeded it. When Lesnar would throw those trademark German suplexes, Fatu would pop right back up. When Lesnar would go for those ground and pound tactics that have finished so many opponents, Fatu would fight through them with a warrior's spirit that honestly left the WWE Universe in awe. Jacob Fatu isn't just any wrestler. He's part of the legendary Anoa'i family, the most dominant family in professional wrestling history. We're talking about The Rock, Roman Reigns, the Usos, Yokozuna, Rikishi, Umaga, the list goes on and on. Championship gold runs through his veins. But here's what makes Fatu unique: he's not riding on his family name. He's building on it. Before WWE, Jacob Fatu was tearing through independent promotions like a force of nature. Multiple championship reigns, match of the year contenders. A reputation for being absolutely fearless in the ring. He earned his nickname, the Samoan Werewolf, because once that switch flips, there's no stopping him. And now, he's bringing that same energy, that same hunger to WWE's biggest stage. Brock Lesnar, on the other hand, has his own incredible legacy. NCAA champion. UFC heavyweight champion. Multiple-time WWE champion. The man who ended The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. He's accomplished things most wrestlers only dream about. But here's the fascinating dynamic. Lesnar has been at the top for so long that some people wonder if he still has that fire. Does he still have something to prove? Or has he become comfortable at the summit? Jacob Fatu's targeting of Lesnar answers a question: what happens when unstoppable hunger meets established dominance? Fatu looks at Lesnar and sees opportunity. He sees the chance to make a statement that will echo throughout wrestling history. He sees the man he needs to conquer to truly establish himself as WWE's most dangerous weapon. This isn't personal. This is professional. This is business. And in the business of professional wrestling, there's no bigger statement than taking down the beast incarnate. First, this collision instantly creates one of the most compelling storylines in wrestling. You have two completely different characters, Fatu, the hungry, aggressive challenger with everything to prove, and Lesnar, the established destroyer who's conquered everyone, on a collision course that could redefine WWE's landscape. The WWE universe is divided, and that's exactly what makes this so perfect. Some fans are riding with Brock Lesnar, respecting everything he's accomplished and believing his experience and championship pedigree will ultimately prevail. They see him as the final boss, the ultimate test, the man who's proven time and time again that he's simply different. Other fans are rallying behind Jacob Fatu, excited by the prospect of new blood rising to the top. They see him as the future, as the next evolution of WWE dominance, as the man who could usher in a new era of brutality and athleticism. From a storytelling perspective, this is gold. WWE has masterfully positioned two incredible athletes with contrasting styles, different generations, and equally compelling cases for dominance. The matches between them could be instant classics. Imagine the possibilities: a traditional one-on-one match at a major premium live event. A last man standing match where both men can truly unleash their full arsenal. Maybe even a special stipulation match that forces both competitors completely out of their comfort zones. Beyond just these two competitors, this feud could have ripple effects throughout WWE. Other wrestlers will be watching closely. Allies might be chosen. Rivalries might form. The entire power structure of WWE could shift based on how this collision unfolds. And let's not forget the bloodline connection. With Roman Reigns' ongoing storyline and the Usos' involvement in major angles, Jacob Fatu's presence adds another fascinating layer to WWE's most dominant faction. How does his targeting of Lesnar affect those relationships? Does he have backup? Or is this a solo mission? Jacob Fatu has made his intentions crystal clear. He's not in WWE to collect participation trophies. He's not here to slowly climb the ranks. He's here to dominate, and he's starting at the very top with Brock Lesnar. The question isn't if these two will collide again, it's when and where. Smart Money says WWE is building toward a major confrontation at an upcoming premium live event. This is the type of match that sells. This is the type of collision that gets the WWE universe talking, that trends on social media, that brings lapsed fans back to see what happens. Both men are physical specimens who can go longer than you'd expect. Both have diverse enough movesets to tell a compelling in-ring story. Both have the credibility to win without either losing significant momentum. Here's my prediction: we're going to see several more confrontations before we get the actual match. WWE knows the value of build-up. Each encounter will escalate. Each segment will add new dimensions to this rivalry. By the time they finally lock up in a sanctioned match, the anticipation will be at fever pitch, honestly. That's exactly how it should be. Great rivalries aren't rushed, they're crafted. Every promo, every stare-down, every physical exchange adds layers to the story. By the time Fatu and Lesnar finally get their hands on each other in a full match, the WWE universe will be absolutely desperate to see it. WWE Sphere family, we're witnessing the beginning of something special. Jacob Fatu returning with his sights set on Brock Lesnar isn't just another storyline, it's a statement about WWE's present and future. Drop your predictions in the comments below. Who do you think comes out on top when the Samoan werewolf goes to war with the beast incarnate? Are you Team Fatu or Team Lesnar? If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to WWE Sphere for more in-depth wrestling analysis, and hit that notification bell so you never miss when we break down the latest action.